Focus on these damn eyes. Hey Vince, what's up, dude? I'm trying to show off my Lucky Craft. Welcome back. Hello, dudes. Uh, guy messaged me a while ago, and he wanted some. He wanted some. He wanted a restock on some baits that I'd painted him a couple years ago. He bought I don't know, like a dozen baits, all the same color, and he called me a couple weeks back and was like, I need more. He said, but I need something for Clearwater. Some Clearwater, huh? I said, yeah. So this was my best attempt at a something mega bassy. I wish it would focus. Maybe if I step out of the way. But it should it should fit his criteria. Can't see all the colors on it, but you get the gist. Um, it'll look nice. It'll look nice all done up, but I gotta do. I gotta put eyes. That's what I'm doing here. That brings me to you. That's what brings us together. Is I have to put eyeballs on these damn things and sign them. Oh, Jeremy, have I painted pompadours? Have I painted pompadours? I don't know why, but yes, I have painted too many pompadours. If I never paint another pompadour the rest of my life, I will be happy. I detest pompadours. And here's why. Uh, so, Stephen Russell, Bama Bass, as you may know him, great guy, love him to death. Was great customer of mine, promoter of mine, whatever you want to call it. Great guy. But for whatever reason, he liked pompadours. And he wanted to sell them on his website. So I painted for him. It started with 1.5s. I would paint 1.5s for him. I would paint. He really liked that Booyah Popper. And I don't know if they still make it or not anymore, but he was a big fan of the Booyah Popper. Painted a million of those for him. Uh, the claim to fame on those poppers was he was selling them on his website, and uh, he sold one to this guy that was like I think he might have been like a guide down in Mexico or something. He was like fished in Mexico all the time. And the dude sent him a picture of it, and it was pretty well destroyed. And the guy had ended up catching. I think he said he had like a 200 fish day on it. And he's like, this is maybe 2 days. He caught 100 each day or something. And he's like, it was all on that popper. And he said nobody. He said nobody else's baits would get bit, and he's like mine was getting killed. He's like it was like 10 to 1. I was catching hundreds on it, and that was like his the email the guy sent him, uh, talking about how much he liked the bait and how well it worked. And I think he said that guy got back on his website and ordered like 20 of them, like ordered everything. Um, But that was cool. So he got some baits in some hands of some people that I probably would never have reached, um, which was cool. Uh, the only one, as far as he goes, that like bait I painted for him that I still get asked about from time to time, um, is the goldfish. I painted a few runs of goldfish looking baits for him, and there for a while I would get pretty decent messaging about that um, about that color specifically. But I haven't had anybody ask about the goldfish in a while. I will say though, him and I went fishing, and and it was pre-spawn, so it makes sense. But we took the goldfish out, and I didn't know. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the colors looked good, but I didn't know really how well it was going to work. Um, but we took it out and wrecked their ass on the damn uh, on the on the goldfish. And the interesting thing was we had some uh, we had some other stuff to throw, and I had my whole box, and I got curious. And I was like, I kind of want to see if they'll eat something else besides this damn goldfish, or if it's the lake or if it's the actual goldfish. Um, so I threw some other stuff and I couldn't get bit on shit, dude. And I picked that goldfish back up, and they wanted the damn goldfish. I couldn't believe it. Um, but it was very pre-spawny. It was lots of yellows and oranges, and it was. I mean, it looked pre-spawny. Um, but anyway, Steven got this bright idea. He wanted to offer custom painted pompadours. Oh, dude. You ever stripped one of those things? So the first thing about it is that it's got wings on it. The wings have to be removed. Then, once you get all those done, you can start on the rear section, which has a screw that goes through an eyed bolt with like a point, like a ring on it that the screw goes through. That's got a spinner and the hook on it. So you got to take that off. Like, just to get them down to where you could like deal with them was odd. And then there was no rear hook hanger or anything to hold them by, because I typically like to hold my baits by the ass of them. You couldn't do that on the pompadour, so you had to hook them in the had to put them backwards and stand them up like this. And then once you got them all sanded, and it was hard to sand around the little things on the side. Once you got them all sanded, oh, and on top of that, he wanted bluegill patterns on them. The shads weren't terrible, but they were not great. But the bluegill, so the little hardware for the arms, the wings to hold on, was right there behind the gill plate. So in order to get like my gill stencil on there, I would have to like slide it under the little arms, and it still didn't fit. Like nothing fit on the body. And if you wanted to lay scales down, you had those arms sticking up. Dude, they were the biggest pains in the ass. They looked good somehow. I don't know how the hell I did it, but they ended up looking pretty decent. But looking back, that was not fun work. Oh. So on top of that, if you get them all painted and you make it to that step, what you have to do then is you have to put the wings back on, and you have to crimp them down to secure the wings and hope your pliers don't slip and scratch your newly painted surface. Had that happen too. Dude, I'm telling you, those things were damn nightmares. Have fun, Barnes. Nate, are you on Woodbait Nation? Matt Cash posted a pic of them yesterday, I believe. What is it? What are we talking about? Ah, Brendan, you watched that video? That was a good one. That was a good one. That was legit, dude. They were like, that wasn't like bullshit, whatever. Like that day we were fishing the goldfish bait, they wanted the goldfish bait. Have a mega pompadour from Japan. It's a big one. Matt, have you seen the Australian Neller jitterbug frogs? I've got a Neller. A couple of them actually. Let's see. Let's start getting these ready for the clear coating. Come on, dick. Okay. I believe there's a long list. That's surprising, because that dude shit used to be really easy to get. I don't know, Nate. I got mine. I don't remember where I got mine. eBay, maybe? But the only reason I bought them was because they were like $10. And I was like, for $10, I'll buy a couple of them and see what's what with this thing. Still haven't thrown one. I was talking to somebody, and they were like, "Dude, I bought some of those too. They run like shit." It's like, really? They're like, yeah. It's like, oh, well. Luckily, I didn't spend more than $10. South Jersey, or just some regular old 1.5s. Regular old rattling 1.5s. Come on. 2 hours from Knoxville. That sounds exciting, Hella. I'm jealous. All right. Let me go ahead and put a sig on these. If anybody is actually in the market for a 1.5, I prepped 13 that was unspoken for, meaning by the time I went through all this shit these guys wanted, because I knew a bunch of guys wanted 1.5s, by the time I went through everything they wanted, there was 13 left out of what I ordered. So if somebody wants something specific, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to do stuff. I don't know what kind of stuff that is, but it'd be something. Oh, are you going to film anything at the Classic Not Live was? No, don't film anything at the Classic Not Live. Just do live the whole time, so we can be there with you. As the Beam will say, I want to go with you. Hell is going to be knocking over 16-year-olds to get interviews with products. Like, get out of here, you little dweeb! It's my time with the power pole move. Get out of here, little kid. I'm Hellabass. Don't you know who I am? Clown would look great. I did a clown lipless. I think I gave it to somebody, but it was foiled. It was a nice looking foiled job. All right, these are ready to go. 4:41. Damn, where does time go? Where does time go? Ready. Better get the cull shad. I'm sure that line will be long to get their hands on the cull shad. What's Spro's going to be called? Has anybody heard? Does anybody know yet? Mootron looks like a beast with a price tag. That's what I'm saying, dude. From what I understand about the move is that no corners were cut, parts, whatever, cost did not matter. So if they needed a part, it would the best they could get. Hence the price tag. Is that just a smaller one, Jeremy? Is that like a 7-inch compared to his like 8-inch? Is that really that exciting? Honestly, like I don't know what that bait's supposed to do compared to like his other one. Is there a lot of hype, as they say, around it? Dude, these are dark. These are very dark. Probably don't. They actually look way brighter on camera. But this red is not that red. It is like very much. You can see kind of right there. They look more dark. When you hold them up in the light, they kind of look bright, but they're not. They're very dark. What to grill tonight? I don't know. Am I supposed to be grilling? Let me see. Sure, I gotta get charcoal. I don't have any charcoal to grill. It's supposed to be a more choppy style glide, like a Chad, and it's 7-inch. Interesting. Very interesting. So it's supposed to be. It's a bit thicker and shorter. So is it maybe the Buka answer to a Chad Shed equivalent? So people that bitch about getting a Chad Shed will find the same action if in a. Oh, that's the one Evan was throwing. Yeah, my buddy sent me a picture of that, and he was like, "Is this anything special?" I was like, "It just looks like a Buka glide." And he's like, "It's supposed to be like not available or a prototype or something." I didn't realize it was the trick shorty. So that'll be interesting. I thought that kind of seemed like a big bait for Edwin to just be slinging around if he was throwing the regular bull shad glide. It seemed large. Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. I've seen the Spro Creeper Crawler bait. It's pretty budget friendly. It looks pretty dope. Spro? I think so. The crawlers don't interest me. What I can tell you about a crawler is I tried to build one, and that was the most finicky damn thing I think I have. Like, a glide is a literal walk in the park compared to what I dealt with in a crawler. Because I wanted to be the first like big crawler dude, like 5 years ago. Because there wasn't like I was trying to, I was like, what everything's out. Like everybody's got like a glide and some bullshit. Like what can I do that hadn't been done? I was like, oh, I'll take my shad and I'll make it a big ass crawler. It'll be like an 8-inch crawler. It's like this will be sweet. Dude, I dicked around with that thing and it gave me fits. And finally I was like, screw this crawler. Like the only reason I was building it was to be different anyway. But it was tough. The BBZ Rats pack. Or the Spro thing, the crawler. After Milliken's video of grinding the edges of cheap glides, I don't know if I'll ever buy a glide over $100 again. Oh. The BBZ. Yeah, the S flat flow glider, whatever you want to call it. I guess S flat is what the deserving name should be. That was a badass glide bait for a small one, and everybody used to always talk shit about them. But that damn thing swam good, caught fish. Like it's great bait. I don't know. I don't know what the beef with it was. I guess because it was ABS. But Has anybody thrown a crawler with lots of time under your belt with a crawler? Do you have any crawler enthusiasts? Yeah, I don't like the eyes on the Spros either. Paul, I made the mistake one time. They had I was looking for this one color Spro Uruku shad, and I had a old one, and I bought them from Susquehanna Fishing Tackle, because they had the color I was looking for in stock, and it was on sale. And I bought them, and I got them in the mail, and they had the new shaped eyes on them, not the round eyes. And I was real pissed about that, because I didn't know they updated them. But that was a costly upgrade, dude. Like they built all new molds for those baits just to have the eyes cut in half. My question about the crawlers for you enthusiasts is that it just seems like a bait that would have a really terrible hookup ratio. It may land the shit out of fish, but just looking at it and all that shit hanging off of it, I just think, damn, how do you ever land a fish on this? You hook them and land them pretty good, South Jersey? Yeah, they freak me out. That's kind of what keeps me away from them. Just just looking at them, the idea that would not catch me on. Caught me my new PB, bought on a $5 bait on eBay. What was the bait? Was it a real $5 bait, or was it like a hidden bait that shouldn't have been $5 that you happened to sneak up on? I usually get bit from the rear of the bait or the bottom. Very interesting. All right, 4 more. Now we done. I've had them suck it in, and the wings like folded up. I mean, that's what you would think would happen, right? They like a fish comes up behind it and eats the whole thing, and the wings collapse, and you hook them, and all's well. Like if I were gonna throw one, I think I'd be into something more like a crazy crawler, like a little teeny one, tiny torpedo style. That's what I need to get. I need to find like a little bitty teeny crawler and paint it. That would be fun. Just one though. Just one. I'm excited, Poche. Damn, you're the mole. Now we figured out the mole. Tim just admitted to it. He gave out the release time. Tim, you dirty mole. I guess I'm the mole. That's funny. What's it called? Guacamole. Tim, the guacamole. Tim has given up the goods. Those Japanese dudes, they seem to love their crawlers. They look so good in the water, though. I must say, when you see those Japanese dudes throwing them, they look way cooler. All right. Come on. Oh, are you going to do this? I'm trying to leave, and you're being a dick. You gotta pop the corner just right so you get the masking tape to pop off. So you can get it all off in one piece. I used to have a callus on my finger where like my finger would peel skin off of it right here from peeling crankbait lips off, tape off of crankbait lips. Back when I was painting for Bama Bass and I was doing a lot of them. Mass quantities of square bills. Masking fluid? No, I never messed with it. I've messed with it, but it didn't. I couldn't control it enough. I have some, but I even bought like 3 different brands. Bunch of small crazy crawlers. What is the smallest one? What is the smallest crawler on the planet? That's the one I want. Crappie crawler, bluegill crawler. Like, do they have like a tiny torpedo size one? All right, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make all the bills. I don't know if I'm gonna get them all signed by 5, but probably not. I'll get most of them. All right. Pin. I won like 6 crazy crawlers on eBay. Oh, that's a lot. Bob, I wonder if I've ever sold you anything on eBay. Do you you like Rebels? I had a bunch of Rebels I sold. I don't remember your name though. The Megabass Nano Siglet. interesting sounding little nugget. I'd like to throw that down here over some weeds. Well, thanks for coming clean, Tim. I didn't have to pull out my, didn't have to call my private detective. Throwing the pump over for whatever reason will flat wear you out. They got a lot of drag, I'm assuming. I guess you're pulling against those big wings. I've got one over there in a tackle box that I painted that was a blemish. I think it was one I scuffed that I just told Steven, I was like, here, I'll just pay you for this body. I dicked it up. That happens. That happens from time to time. Hello, what's your plans when you get home tonight? Home to the hotel. Why you take a hoe to a hotel? Hotel everybody, even the mayor. Reach up to the sky to the ozone layer. Some splatter, like you never know how splatter's gonna fall. Some of them just get it just right, and they just look sexy and mean. All right, I did it. I'm only 2 minutes over. Eat and rest and get work done. No, Luda. No pre-classic party bar shenanigans. Hello will be rolling responsible. Oh, what do you mean you used to buy? I think that's what I used to love about eBay buyers was that eBay buyers are buyers. Like people would get on Facebook and they would browse. People would get on your Facebook or your Instagram page and be like, "Oh, I want that." Send them a message. Turns out they were just kidding. They really don't want it. But eBay people typically are want some shit. They're ready to take something home. They're ready to load the mailbox. Najee, what's up, dude? Hope all is well. I know you're ready to get out there and go fishing. Oh, all right. I'm checking out. I'm going home. Fire up the grill. Y'all be good. Thanks for sticking around for my eyeball sesh. Y'all take it easy.